Hello everyone and welcome back. Looking at the Cobra 200 GTL DX Nightwatch once again. The owner of the radio has finally washed his hands of this radio. As you know, in the past, the two videos that the transmit was knocked out of this radio. And I replaced the MOSFET. Radio ran for 30 seconds, and something I would say in the power amp section took out the MOSFET or something else in the radio. The radio's back to exactly doing lovely receive, good audio through the speaker. Radio is on frequency and sounds great. No issue with the receive. But the transmit is totally dead. And I'm not going to go any further because we have a lot of SMD components there that I just don't have the technology to work on. So, what you're going to do. So, I'm putting this radio up for grabs as a parts radio. I don't see the sense in trying to do any more because, like I say, at this stage of the game, I could do more damage than good. Now, there's obviously been some modifications done to the radio, just you can see that here, but I haven't done a whole lot of research on the radio in parts of the modifications, but it is open for, the band goes from 25, I believe, right up to 30 with no skip, so that would tell you what we're looking at here. So the owner says, "Hey Andy, keep it for parts. If there's any parts good for you for any other radio, do what you want with it." And that was yesterday. And today, I spent all yesterday thinking about what to do, and I think I should just pass this on to somebody who is very interested in this Cobra 200 GTL DX, because it is a sought-after radio. And maybe somebody out there, would pay a fair dollar for this and possibly repair it. The only thing I did was replace the MOSFET, and like I said, the radio did operate perfectly for about 30 seconds. And then it just died again. And like I said, I don't know if the MOSFET has been knocked out. I have no idea. And I can't say, what the issue is, because there's a few things I've found online. There's a final here, a 2078, which could possibly be a problem. There's some capacitors in this area that could be a problem. The amplifier could be the problem. There's a number of issues, and I just don't have the desire to go any further, because chances are with the SMDs and all that, I may cause more damage than good. So I don't know what these are worth in good condition. I would say I'd rate this radio as fair. I'm smelling the mic, and it smells sort of like it came from a smoking home. I know the gentleman that owned this radio does smoke, but I think the person before that possibly also smoked, whoever owned it. There's only been two owners with this radio. A friend passed it on to my friend, and there it is. So I'm going to be trying to figure out what this radio would be worth as it is, as a repair radio, I would say. The covers are in decent shape, no major scuffs or damage. It doesn't come with a bracket. I think I may have a bracket, but I can't say for sure. But it only has one per side of these nuts. It looks like there's supposed to be two. The chrome, well, it's not terrible. I suppose it could be buffed up, but there are some scratches. Needs a good cleaning, I would think. Needs a full go through. The bottom cover is about the same as the top cover. And like I say, it doesn't look to be hacked up. I mean, there's a lot to look at there, I know, but you know, there are some modifications done to the radio, so you'd have to see that for yourself if you can detect anything, as I'm showing you here. Comes with the original mic, which seems to sound pretty good. It's seems that, like I say, there's the talkback's working. 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 audio. And there's a Roger beat that works. And yeah, and a noise blanker. Let me see. Yep, that's working. And high power and low power. Well, I mean, with no transmit, it's certainly hard to detect that. And the 10K button. Let me see if that works. I haven't used that before. I'm not exactly sure how it works, to be honest with you. What does it say? 10K skip? Forgive me, people. Like I say, this wasn't my radio. It was just a radio that I was going to repair for a friend. The dimmer works. I don't know if you can notice that, but let me see. And the face also dims. So everything is functional. As best I can tell, there's no terrible looseness in any of the buttons, no scratchiness. You know, the band switch, I should say, is working as it should, I would think. Yep. CW mode, FM, AM, upper sideband. Oh, I hit it wrong. I'll get this right, Andy. There's CW, FM, AM, upper sideband, lower sideband. These buttons here, to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what they are, but okay, the SWR and RF, antenna light, modulation, yeah, Cobra 200. So, interested in people are, you know, I don't know low ballers. I mean, you know, obviously the radio does have some value, and I'll do some research, and I'll be talking to some friends. But if somebody's looking for a radio for parts and wants to pay a fair price for a parts radio, I mean, obviously it can be repaired for the right person, a good tech, and the shipping, you know, I'll be willing to consider it. I mean, it's probably, some people may say, well, you know what, paying for the radio and plus shipping is it's a deal killer, but it's all depending on the person that's wanting to, you know, to find a radio and the amount of coin that they have in their pocket and what they're willing to pay. So I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I don't have to sell a radio. I can just throw it up on the shelf and, you know, but I usually keep radios here that are in good working condition. I have more in the closet which are in working condition, and there's a few radios that are they need some work, but they're in working condition, just like this radio. But as for the Cobra 200 GTL, it doesn't have anything that my typical 8719 PLL radios and, you know, the O2As and you know, there's really nothing of serviceable parts that I could use on any other of my radios, other than maybe popping a few caps. Maybe that relay. I don't know. I think we've got a couple of radios that have relays, but it's really not worth it to me to harvest this radio. There's nothing in it for me. But there are people out there that have the Cobra 200 GTL, and there's some people seeking this radio. I know. I spoke to some people already. Very interested in the radio for parts. I'm just going to see what's out there. I'm not going to hold anybody's feet to the fire. You know, if I feel like it's a good deal, I'm going to go with it. If it's not, you know, that's quite nice. I'll just put this in the closet. It doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate. Not like the 2995 that I had. My SRC Cobra 2000. It's certainly not going nowhere. And yeah, the other Cobra that I have here, a stock radio basically. It's got extra channels. That's not going nowhere for a while. And the Madison, not going anywhere. Probably get these radios on the market if I can get a decent price for them. I have lots of other radios, like I say. This is just some of the radios that I got tucked away. But the conversation for today is this one here. I'm not going to talk much more on this video now. Private message me, and don't. Nothing is in commitment. I'll gauge what you say. I'll try to figure out what a fair price is for this radio, and once I get a couple of people saying, well, this is what it should be worth as parts, and then there's just the shipping. And of course, shipping, is not the cheapest route for moving these radios these days, but it is what it is. So if you're interested, just message me in this video, and I'll get back to you in the video, and we can private chat if you want. I'm not interested in being inundated with low ballers. I'm looking for somebody that knows the value, true and true, and is interested in parts or repair. And both, in my humble opinion, is on the table. I think with the right tech, this would be fixed. But I just don't see the sense of hanging on to it. Anyway, a bit of a long video, just speeding out, chatting about what the value of a radio is and stuff like that. But I appreciate you hanging around and watching the video, and I look forward to some more videos in the future on perhaps some video gates on the Cobra 2000, and you never know, maybe another radio might pop up on the radar that I might need to do some repair to. But we certainly do appreciate your support of the channel. Have a good day, everyone.